pass.
Run it back, watch it back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act and run it back. You see how I act, within I lack.
It's week 15 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
First play, Bridgewater looking to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Bridgewater's throwing to the hands of Pickens. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
13 yards. First down, Houston.
Bridgewater to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Bridgewater. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus. to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got it complete to Perkins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Powering his way through. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Personal foul. Unnecessary run. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Throw out wide to Walker. Touchdown, Jets! Kenneth Walker from 10 yards out. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dwayne Eskridge, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. You talk about this Jets defense. This crew against the pass, and down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Jets will take over. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want touchdown!
Ken Walker, his second touchdown of the game, 17th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
They've got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown on the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 21 carries, 120 yards even.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Bridgewater looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Bridgewater. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gets past it. There he goes left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Alvin Kamara with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Mahomes throw here into the hands of Moore. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Rodgers to return it. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stumped on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They run it again with Kamara. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Bridgewater now. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Texans have moved out in front.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Joe Reed returning, fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now here's Mahomes. He completes this to Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Trying the left side with Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. 2nd down and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. Got him there. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Curtis Samuel from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Walker on first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Bridgewater. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
This well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Bridgewater. Texans. George Pickens, a 5-yard touchdown, and the Texans have broken the tie. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex in that. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Well, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once, but boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. after the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A throw over the middle taken in. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Shifts past him at the 45. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Pickens. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. The 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. Now here's Mahomes. And pass complete to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Now Mahomes. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Bridgewater's throw complete there to Johnson.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. A 7-yard pickup.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
47-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Pushes him over. Oh, he sheds himself free. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And even 150 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
1st down, Bridgewater. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10. Now Bridgewater. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Powering forward. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Texans. D. Eskridge from 4 yards out. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Able to find the open man. That's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. Complete to Shenault. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Jets.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you. Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
From going on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
This to possibly force OT. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untied.
This ball intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Texans are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for Houston, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still